Hello everyone, Marvel DC Extension Wrestlers here, and today we have Marvel vs. WWE again, and this time we have Spider-Man versus Finn Balor. So who wins? Let's find out. So like always, first starting with comic book world. And in terms of intelligence, again, I'm giving that to Finn Balor. He's a real person, Spider-Man is not. May not seem like the best reason, but it's probably a better reason. But I still think it's a good enough reason. Finn Balor, he probably knows more things than Spider-Man does. Fighting ability, who's like the better fighter? Finn Balor. Spider-Man is more of a brawler. I know he learns the way it's the spider, something like that, but that was later in his career. Finn Balor has been a wrestler for years, so he gets the fighting ability. Strength. I think strength, speed, durability, and involvement are kind of easy. They go Spider-Man. So in the comic world, this is easily Spider-Man. Finn Balor, he's not going to tag Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, Finn Balor is tough, but Spider-Man, he dodges everything. In fact, Spider-Man Finn Balor is not even going to lay a hand on him. Now you could say, well, how can Finn Balor not touch him? The Spidey sense. Literally, I don't think any character has actually overcome the Spidey sense. Yes, few characters have been able to tag Spider-Man, but more often than not, it's so incredibly rare to tag him. And I think that's one of the most overpowered moves in comic book history. I think it's actually more overpowered than the Flash, his powers. Because with Spider-Man, you're never going to tag him. Hulk has had a hard time tagging him. Thor has had a hard time tagging him. And it's like, yeah. So automatically in a comic book world, Spider-Man just destroys Finn Balor. But what if this was in a wrestling match? This is where we're going to have to tone down Spider-Man's Spidey sense. Because that was the case, then Finn Balor is not even going to win. So in a wrestling, so you can kind of see with wrestling matches, they have to be more fair. Like you have to remove certain abilities or tone down certain abilities. But yeah. With Spider-Man, I don't think his webs will count as a weapon, as he's just using them to grapple. So it'll be like his version of grappling. So he's fine using them. I have to say, this is a tough one because while you could make the points that, Finn Balor can tag Spider-Man since he's not going to have a Spidey sense, you actually have to know how much would it actually take to put Spider-Man down. Because if you know Spider-Man like I do, he survived a lot. He survived Moreland. In fact, I even one time made this joke saying, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Marvel comic where Spider-Man takes on Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and Galactus at the same time and literally comes out on top. With no help from any Avengers. No, none. This is because I think Marvel tends to make Spider-Man so overpowered, which I think is a problem in itself. But that's a whole other video discussion. I actually plan to release a video discussing Marvel in general because how much I've been having some problems with it. But that's a different video. Spider-Man versus Finn Balor. So like I said, you gotta find a way to take out Spider-Man for good. And unfortunately, in a wrestling match means you have to look at like count outs or DQs. And unfortunately, this match will have to go to Spider-Man again. Because of the fact that, well, look, you can make a point with, Finn Balor can be in a no DQ match. But at the same time, you gotta look at it from a realistic point of view. For instance, let's just say we put on a tables match. Finn Balor is never going to get. In fact, Spider-Man is actually going to destroy him really quickly, as he can just use his web, spin Finn Balor, and voila, put him out on a table relatively quickly. Same goes with a ladder match. Now you could say, what if Finn Balor beats him? If there's actually a way for Finn Balor to beat him, and no, I don't think there is. I don't even think in a stipulation anything will change. Steel cage match. Oh wow, that's actually a relatively easy victory for Spider-Man. All he has to do is jump high, boom, web himself out of it, and boom, he wins. Punjabi prison, same thing. Elimination chamber, you have to look the same, and that's literally without Spider Sense. Now you can say, what if we tone down all of his other powers, including the Spider Sense? I'd still say he wins. Finn Balor has actually no way of taking down Spider-Man without getting help. You could say he can get help from the Judgment Day, but no, that's cheating, and technically isn't actually a victory. That actually would lead more towards a victory towards Spider-Man, actually, because it shows you need help fighting one person. So overall, Spider-Man versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor, as powerful, as tough as he is, he's just not on Spider-Man's level. I think the problem with Spider-Man, they make him way too powerful at times, to a point that you can almost say he can beat a lot of characters. But yeah. So overall, Spider-Man versus Finn Balor. The winner of this match is Spider-Man. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.